Hi and welcome back to the channel. Man United have just drawn 0-0 against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, and for the third time in a row, Manchester United simply just can't manage to beat Crystal Palace. Whether we're home or away, we just can't beat them. I guess if you're trying to be positive, you could say that we've already gotten a point, whereas last season they did the double over us, so we didn't get any points against them both times we played them last season. This season we've played the first game away from home, we've gotten a point against them, so you could try and look at that. But I honestly feel like that would be grasping at straws at this point, because given the way in which we played in that first half, Man United were by far, and I mean by far, the better side in this game. And we could have easily gone into a halftime break being 3 or 4-0 up. Like, I'm literally not exaggerating. We could have easily gone through being 3 or 4-0 up. But yet again, Man United seem to be doing this nonsense of just creating chance after chance after chance, but missing chance after chance after chance. At this point, our attack is literally looking toothless. Like that's how I describe our attack at this point. Toothless. Because honestly, the nonsense we're seeing is something else. I can't even blame this one on Eric Ten Hag. Maybe second half we can talk about that, but for now we're talking about the first half. We created so many chances. Basically got about 2 headers from corners. Both you should have scored, but it didn't. Garnacho was slipped in one-on-one by Xerxes. He hit the shot straight at the keeper. I thought he should have done better with that chance. He got another chance again, Garnacho, where he hit the crossbar. Bruno Fernandes the same. The rebound hits the crossbar as well. Guys, we could have easily been out of sight by halftime in this game. We played well. We honestly played well. And for someone who's been saying that the biggest reason why I want Eric Ten Hag gone is because of our poor style of play. Today, at least in the first half, I was left impressed. I was thinking, okay, I see what you're trying to do, Eric. We're playing good football. And I've always said this. If the manager does good, I'll praise him. But if he does rubbish, I'll call him out. Now, the Ten Haginas don't like that, because they like, anytime you question Ten Hag, they're like, oh no, you're being negative, all of that, whatnot. Bro, if we're playing well like we did today in the first half, I'll praise him. I was talking to one of my boys in the group chat earlier on. I'm like, bro, in as much as I'm Ten Hag out, we're actually playing good football. So I'm not going to blame any of this on Ten Hag. But then again, we go into halftime with the score being 0-0. What's his name? Glasnier, the Palace manager, he decides to make some changes because you can see we're running through their midfield so easily. He makes 2 changes. It brings Mateta and Wharton off. And the 2 of them are meant to be some of Crystal Palace's best players, by the way. But he takes them out because he sees it's not working. He brings on Lerma to get some steal in the midfield. He brings on, what's his name? I'm not sure, was it Saw or someone else? I can't remember. But basically, the changes which he made at halftime worked. Now, Ten Hag chose not to make any changes in the first half, at halftime, and I understood it because we were playing well, right? But the problem for me came when he started to make the changes, because I'm now seeing him bring off Joshua Xerxes for Marcus Rashford, right? Is that the change he made? I think that is the change he made, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, I think he brought off what's his name, Xerxes for Rashford, puts him in the 9, and then as the game goes on, when we're struggling to create chances and everything, he then brings off Amad Diallo and keeps Garnacho, and he moves Garnacho from the left and puts he moves Garnacho from the left, puts him on the right wing, moves Rashford from the 9, brings him to the left wing, and then puts Rasmus Højlund in the 9, who, to be honest, I thought he absolutely offered us nothing. Anyone who's been watching the channel long enough knows I'm not a fan of what's his name, Rasmus Højlund. I think he's bang average. I think for a guy who's 6'3", 6'4", he's not physical enough. His finishing is atrocious. No holder play, can't dribble. I don't rate Rasmus Højlund as a striker. I'll be honest with you. And I know a lot of you are going to come for me in the comment section, but I don't care. I think he is definitely a bang average player. And people keep on hiding behind the fact that, oh no, he's young, give him time, he'll improve. I don't see him improving, honestly. You either have it or you don't. When it comes to things like finishing, right? You either can finish or you can't. You don't learn how to finish. Like, Rasmus Højlund for me is not good enough. I'm not saying today's draw was on him, but when he came on, he offered his fuck all. The chances are coming to him. He doesn't hold the ball up. He's just flicking the ball out wide. The balls are being... It's bad. It's bad. Honestly, it's bad. But anyways, I'm not going to make the whole draw about Rasmus Højlund. But basically today, 10 changes for me did not make any sense. Rashford, why was he benched? You know he's a confidence player. When he starts scoring, he can go on this little run of his, a purple patch. Let him go through the purple patch, bro. Why are you dropping him now? You had chance to drop him when he was absolutely piss poor. I get it. He's not been brilliant in the past couple of games. But guess what? In the past 2 games, he scored 3 goals. So now let him build on that. Why are you dropping him? Garnacho, a player who I've said consistently on this channel, Alejandro Garnacho is not and should not be a starter for Manchester United. He's not ready. The kid is good coming off the bench against tired legs. He's an impact sub at best. We had someone like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the baby-faced assassin. He used to come off the bench to kill teams. That's what Garnacho is. An impact substitution at best. For now, at least. Maybe in future he can develop into a starter. But then to be fair to him, he played very well against flipping, who's the team we beat 7-0 during the week? Barnsley. He played very well, 2 goals, 2 assists. So, to an extent, I understand why Ten Hag started him. However, he just went back to default settings. I've always said, Garnacho is not a starter. Get him off the bench against tired defenders. He's coming on with fresh legs. He can run at them. He can go past them. He can create a chance for the team. And he could maybe have a bigger impact. I remember towards the end of the game, flipping, I don't know which Crystal Palace player played a very good ball through for Tyrell Mitchell, right? Now, Mitchell is in, or rather he's going towards our goal, and Garnacho just stops. He doesn't even track back. And I could see, it's not because he doesn't care about the team, but because he's genuinely tired. I don't think he's ready or physically fit enough or ready to play 90 minutes. He's not a starter. This is a guy who you bring on in around the 60th or 65th minute or 70th minute to make a big change onto the team. Now, with all that said, I basically didn't like Ten Hag's substitutions today. Højlund offered us nothing when he came on. Rashford offered us nothing as well when he came on. Who else came on? Ugarte, I thought he was alright when he came on. Wasn't brilliant, but wasn't poor either. I thought he played well. I mean, he won a few balls back. Of course, he gave away a few fouls as well. But all in all, I thought he had a decent cameo on the pitch. But yeah, man. I don't know. Today's game was just frustrating, honestly. It was very, very frustrating. To miss so many big chances and not win it. It's just very frustrating. And it could have been worse, by the way. It literally could have been worse. Just before halftime, they had a big, big chance which they should have scored. Big chances. The one with Eze, or was that in the second half? I can't remember. And then in the second half, Onana makes a massive double save. The first shot was hit by, who's this boy from Arsenal? Who they've just signed from Arsenal? Edin Ketia. Good shot, saves it. And then was it, I don't know who the guy was who followed up. I think it was Saar. Again, he gets up very quickly to make a double save. And I'm just like, okay, Onana, that was absolutely the moment of the match for me. From any Man United player, that was the best performance, not the best performance, but the best moment of the game by a Man United player. That double save from Onana. Because let's be honest, if Palace score there, we're losing the game. We're not coming back. We're going to lose the game. So basically, in as much as we should have easily won the game at halftime, we didn't do so. And it could have come back to bite us. But however, we're leaving Selhurst Park with a point. And it could have been worse. But honestly, for me, I'm just very frustrated because I honestly thought that was a game we should have won, man. We definitely should have won that game. The same applied with Brighton. We should have beaten them. We didn't. We should have beaten Palace. We didn't. That's what? 2 points dropped against Palace and 3 dropped against Brighton. We could easily have 5 extra points. But hey, it is what it is. I'm going to move it on to player ratings. I'm going to try and be a bit fast with them. In at number 1, Andre Onana. Just for that double save alone, for me, I'm going to give him man of the match. I don't care. I thought he was very good. So was Henderson, by the way, for Palace. But I'm going to give man of the match to me. For me personally, I'm going to give it to Andre Onana for the double save he made. I'm going to give him a 9. It was that good, that double save. It was literally that good. Moving it on to Nusayr Mazraoui. I thought he was very good as well. Solid in tackles, defensively very good, attacking as well. It was all right. So for me, Mazraoui was what I'm going to give him a 7.5. Moving it on to the left back, Diogo Dalot. Again, he was better going forward than Mazraoui, but defensively he wasn't better, but he was all right. So I'm going to give Dalot, I thought he played well. I'm going to give Dalot a 7. Moving it on to the centre backs, Matthias de Ligt. I thought he was also brilliant at the back. Very good defensively. I thought he played well. Won his aerial duels. He was just good. He was good. I'll give him a 7.5. And then Lisandro Martinez. I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest, Martinez is not looking good this season, man. He's not. He's looking very, very shaky. And he's scaring me with what he's doing. Some of the passes he's making, giving the ball away so easily. And then towards the end of the game, was pissing me off. It's 0-0. It's around the 92nd, 93rd minute of the game. He's busy giving it to me, to you with delay instead of launching the ball forward or trying to get the ball forward. I'm just like, come on, Martinez, go forward. You know, but yeah, I didn't think he played well. He wasn't horrendous, but even the yellow card which he won by the two-footed jump, he could have easily gotten a red card for that. He needs to be careful. You know, so for me, Martinez was basically, I'm going to give him a 6, honestly, just above average. I'm going to give him a 6. Moving it on, and then moving it on to the midfield, Kobe Mainoo, he was alright, he played well, created a few chances. He wasn't like excellent or anything like that, but he played well. I didn't lose the ball too much. Actually, thought, yeah, he did alright. So I'm going to give Kobe Mainoo a 7. Who was next to Kobe? Christian Eriksen. Another one who was very, very good for us. Very, very, very good. I actually think man of the match should maybe go to him. But no, man, the double save from Onana actually won us a point. So I'm going to keep man of the match with Onana with the 9. But Eriksen was very good for us. Created lots of chances. Made some good passes. He played well. So I have to be fair and honest. He's a player who I've thought he was past it. But again, I'll give him his flower. When a player does well, whether I rate them or not, I'll give them their flowers. And he was definitely our best outfield player today. So for me, Christian Eriksen gets an 8.5. Close to being man of the match, but he played very, very well. So Eriksen gets an 8.5. Bruno Fernandes, the worst player on the pitch for us. Honestly, our captain was absolutely stinky today. Losing balls. He just kept on misplacing his passes, hoofing the ball, can't control the ball, giving it like I'm just like, no man, Bruno, honestly. I'm sick of this. Every week you're giving the ball away. I get it. People talk about, oh no, he's our best chance creator. My ass. He keeps giving the ball away to the opposition. He's killing us. Honestly, this guy is killing us. I want to see Eriksen moved into the 10. And as much as I was saying we should sell him, he's here, so we got to stick with him. Play Eriksen in the 10 or Mount. No. Actually, no. Keep Mount on the bench. Play Eriksen in the 10. Drop Bruno Fernandes. He's killing us, honestly. He comes up with GA every now and then and people forget about his stinky performances. But not me. He's not fooling me. He's been absolutely awful and he needs dropping. For me, Bruno Fernandes today was what? It was bad, man. He was really, really bad. I'm going to give him a 4.5. I know some people might say I'm going a bit over the top, but he gets below average. Like, he's our captain. He was awful. So he gets a 4.5 from me. Moving it on to the wingers, we had Amad Diallo. He had a very good first half, taking his man on, beating him, creating chances. Of course, he didn't score, but he had a good first half. Second half, he seemed to fade away a bit. Maybe that's why he got hooked. I still thought Garnacho should have come off before him or at the same time, but it is what it is. So for me, he wasn't great, but he wasn't awful. So he gets a 6.5. He gets a 6.5 for me. Alejandro Garnacho, first half, absolutely good. Played very, very well. You could tell he still had the energy. He wasn't tired. He was taking his man on. He was beating him, taking shots. You know, he played very well first half, but second half was non-existent. So it kind of cancels each other out. For the first half, if I'm judging him based on the first half only, I probably would have given him maybe 7.5. But then second half, I could have given him an average 5 because he was non-existent. So I'm going to bring that down to about a 6.5. So yeah, I'm going to give Garnacho the same score as Ahmad. I know he hit the bar, created a few more chances, but second half for me, he wasn't there. So I'm going to give Garnacho a 6.5. Moving it on to the number 9, Joshua Zirkzee. I thought he played very well first half as well. But again, second half, just like the whole team, they were non-existent. So Zirkzee for me gets created a good chance for Garnacho in the first half. Didn't really do much second half. I think he just gets an above. I'm going to give him a 6.5 as well. The substitutions, I'm not even going to bother. It is what it is. But yeah, man, like I said, the most disappointing fact for me was the fact that we didn't win the game, even though we played very, very well. But yeah, it is what it is. We've drawn again. We've drawn again against Crystal Palace. And I guess we move on to the next game. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Do you think I was a bit harsh with the scoring? What did you think about the game? Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.